Hey guys, it's Nate, aka TheFutAccountant. Welcome back to the channel. Today is kind of a sad day. We wave goodbye to Winter Wildcards, the promo that gave us so many cards in packs with decent SBCs, decent evolutions, a lot of packs, and just overall good content compared to most of the other promos in this game. Let's be honest, Winter Wildcards has been above average in terms of content, but we're a little sad today because that is ending and we have NumeroFUT that is coming in to replace it. Now, with the card design of this promo looking like one of the most interesting and unique ones we've ever had before, can this promo bring something unique to the table, as it's probably just going to be a filler promo between now and Team of the Year? What will EA do to spice it up? That's my questions. We do have official leaks for some of the NumeroFUT cards that are coming today. We need to take a look at that, and one change that EA is making with this promo team that we actually don't like. And with this promo kind of being that a filler promo, I'm opening packs before they drop today. I'm not saving anything for the new promo, and I'm investing because I'm expecting the market to continue to rise. We're going to talk more about how the market could be a great place to make coins today. If you're excited for it, drop a thumbs up and subscribe if you are new. Let's start by taking a look back, as we always do, at yesterday's content on Thursday, starting with objectives. There's really not a whole lot new here except for the refresh of the weekly objectives and some of the other weekly refreshing objectives inside of here. If you're chasing still the season pass, if you're at an early level like me, like I'm level 10, actually I saw tweets yesterday of people saying that they have completed the season, which is crazy to be all the way back here at level 35. Again, I'm level 10. I'm sure a lot of you guys are still in those median levels as well. But if you've been really grinding all the modes, maybe you can get all the way to level 35. That's pretty nuts. But I'm sure that some people are getting there and enjoying that Sancho at the back. Just wanted to shout out that SP refresh yesterday, and there's more to earn there. And also, some of the objectives like the Winter Wildcards Play 2 is expiring today. So just a quick shout to maybe check what you have in here if there's something you're trying to finish off. Like, I really want to get this done to get the SP and to get the packs to open today before content. I'm excited to open all of these Winter Wildcard crafting packs before the content drop today because I'm opening packs for Winter Wildcards. I'm not going to save any for NumeroFUT. That's the way that I'm looking at it right now. Same thing with evolutions. There was nothing dropped yesterday, but there are a couple that are expiring today. Winter Wingback #1, if you haven't thrown anybody into this, last couple of hours to do so. And Attacking Avalanche 1 expires tomorrow on Saturday. We'll be really curious to see if Attacking Avalanche 2 is going to follow that one. We're still waiting for that mystery evolution to finally drop. Now, let's talk about SBCs here for a second. This was where we had our only real content yesterday. Thorgan Hazard. You see I have one of two SBCs completed here. This is not the card that a lot of people are wanting from this. There's Eden Hazard inside of it. But this card, 4-star, 4-star, he looks very cheap. I mean, to be honest, this SBC is so cheap, you can't hate on it, to be honest. It's 12,000 coins to get this 86 Hazard card. It's an 81 and an 83 rated squad. If you want to use this card, if you're Belgian, if you want to get these stats in your team, these playstyles, which aren't terrible, to be fair. He's got wide playmaker ++ at right wing. Maybe if you like Anderlecht, maybe if you're Belgian or your pro league team you're building, this guy fits into it. But the biggest part of this SBC is this card right here. Winter Wildcards 2 playstyle plus Eden Hazard is in this SBC as a part of the first challenge for an 81 rated squad. I instantly completed this because it's virtually free, right? 12,000 coin SBC. This one literally costs you 5-6K, right? 81s are discard. This is incredible. To get a 1.5 million coin card to use for 10 games of maybe FUT Champs this weekend or Rivals just to try them out. Heck, I don't even have a left wing or left mid position in the formation I'm currently using, but I still want to try this card out at some point during the weekend just because I had not used him yet. And it's always a nice thing when EA give us these loan cards of like super crazy expensive players that we get to go ahead and try out. So that was the biggest W of content yesterday, I'll be honest. We also had marquee matchups, which of course there wasn't a whole lot going on there. A couple of tradable packs if you want to get that one done. Now the biggest part of content, I guess, which actually just happened, is upgrades to the Winter Champions players, guys. We have 91 Konate, and once again, it is January 3rd now. EA didn't waste any time putting these upgrades out. Of course, technically some of these players like Liverpool had kind of clinched the top of the table by January 3rd a couple of days ago, but EA waited until the actual date that they said, January 3rd, to upgrade these cards. They did what they said. They were going to give a +2 overall upgrade. Konate has gotten a +2 straight up in every single stat on his card. He looks insane. 90 defending, 91 physical, 84 pace, and they gave out a +1 playstyle as well. That was a part of the upgrade here. And just like the Thunderstruck cards, they're giving good playstyles, guys. Konate got Intercept added to his card. That is insane. That is literally the best playstyle they could have given him, in my opinion. Intercept, and they gave it to him. That is awesome. This is obviously one of the best free cards in the game, and it's going to be in people's teams for a long time. He was starting to get a little stale for me as a center back, as an 89. Now with a 91, he's going to have that stat juice and that playstyle juice there to really be a card that you're going to see in just about every single weekend league team. I'm excited to try him out here today and see how he plays. Now, there's some other cards, of course, that were upgraded too. I can't skip over them. Of course, you had Larson from Wolves. He got a +2. Munoz is probably the second most hyped upgraded card here. He got Quick Step added to his card. So not a defending or a passing playstyle, but they gave him Quick Step, and of course, a +2 overall for him. He looks pretty good. Actually, one thing you can do, I believe Footbin right now does not have all of the stats updated, so you can actually go through for a guy like Konate, and you can see and kind of compare here that Konate did not have Intercept before, and of course now he does, as we just looked at him in game. I also think that the Ashley Young SBC is actually in concepts. I never even noticed this, but if you go in here and turn concepts on and look up Ashley Young, remember there was a leak for him a while back. We were talking about him. He was leaked. He never dropped. And he actually did have a card in concepts. Oh no, it's gone. Wow, there was a actually concepts that I saw a tweet of it. Interesting. That's really interesting. I could have swore that that card was in the game. Never mind. But we still don't know where the Ashley Young card is. That's a really weird one. But he did get upgraded, I guess, on one of the websites. I think maybe that was where the screenshot was from. Anyways, those Winter Champion upgrades, especially the Konate, is a huge W. Now let's talk about the market really quick, because we made a lot of coins yesterday, and I hope a lot of you guys did as well, but that should continue into today. Mostly out of packs players really moved up a lot. The Rodriguez we bought for 420k earlier in the week sold for 500 to 537k. The Blancs we sold too early. He actually went up to 190. Bought all these for 140 to 150, so made good money there. And if you bought anything in packs, I still have all 6 of my roll full cards that I bought for 330,000 coins and below. She is 380, but notice I didn't sell any of those because I think her and a lot of other cards still have room to go up today. I bought a couple of other random cards as well. Got a Dina Talley, got an Odegaard, just some other really random items here. But I think the market's going to go higher tonight. After we take a look at the content and what we're expecting today for NumeroFUT, it might make more sense. We'll talk more market here in a second. Let's talk about NumeroFUT though, and what is coming today and why I'm opening my packs and not saving them for the new promo. Well, NumeroFUT looks to be exactly what we kind of think it is based off of the leaks and what we already see in objectives, guys. This promo is all about players and their numbers, and you see here in the little graphic, there's a number 9, there's a number 8, there's a number 10 on the pitch. I just hope that EA makes something cool out of this idea, NumeroFUT. Maybe like a jersey number SBC completionist or something like that, or maybe some objectives that give us roles of maybe what a number 9 would play in a game, like maybe target forward, or maybe a number 6. You have like one of the midfielder playstyles added, or sorry, roles ++ added through an objective, or maybe classic 10 ++ again through objectives. That would be kind of cool, something they could do differently. They would kind of encompass the player numbers. Of course, with this promo, we've seen it already in objectives. Like I'm almost level 11, and at level 11, you get the Marco Asensio card, who for his dynamic image, which is not showing right now, you actually get the back of the player. It shows the back of the kit. It's not showing like their face for most of the dynamic images, right? It's showing the back of the kit with the number. That's kind of what this promo is all about. We have official stats, guys. These are the cards that we're expecting today. Remember, this is a 2-week promo, we believe, but I'm guessing if we have official stats, these are the cards that are going to be coming today on Friday with NumeroFUT Team 1, we're guessing. Now, here's the big issue. Rafael Leao, probably the top card in the promo team today, or one of the two. He only has 1 playstyle plus. These are official stats. This is the official stats on the card for Layout, including the playstyle pluses. Unless EA changed something, the leaks have it right now that all the players in this promo are only going to have 1 playstyle plus, which is a bit concerning. Doesn't EA think that this is a bad idea? How is this a good idea, to be honest? They've already put out players. They just gave out a hazard with 2 playstyle pluses for us to use on loan. We've had a lot of 2 playstyle plus players inside of Winter Wildcards. Now we're taking a step back to 1 playstyle plus players. It's really starting to feel like this is a filler promo, guys, between now, the end of Winter Wildcards, and the start of Team of the Year, which isn't that far away. it just feels like this is a filler type of promo, especially when we get into more of these leagues. I'm not saying this is a bad card. There's still some good cards in here, some fun cards that I'm going to want to chase and try out, especially one Spurs Mad Lad. Take a look at this Kamavinga card. Intercept plus, 91 rated with 91 dribble, 90 physical. Some will argue, Nate, there's better Evo versions of him out there. You could argue statistically there are. I don't think many of the Evos have 90 physical. Some of them have 90 passing and 90 pace, but that is a really good, and he's going to end up being really expensive with the Intercept Plus being so OP. I'm sure they're giving him a lot of other playstyles as well. That's a big one there for me. Lewis Dunk. This should hopefully be a cheap beast as a Premier League center back. Again, block plus could have been better, but 83 pace, 90 defending, and 91 physical. I mean, think about the Konate card that we just looked at. That's kind of comparable to Konate, depending on the rest of the playstyles that he got. And this one should be pretty cheap as well. He'd be a nice center back to have in an English Premier League team. James Maddison for Spurs. I'm excited for this one. Finesse plus with those stats. He should be cheap as well. You think about this card versus Bernardo Silva, who's in Winter Wildcards team too. He's like 115K. Hopefully this card's like 75,000 coins and pretty cheap. Maybe some upgrades to him as well in other areas. Jonathan Tah, 89 rated, decent boost there. 85 pace with Anticipate plus, 90 defending, not bad. And then this is maybe one of the other top tier cards we've got leaked officially. Lewandowski with Power Shot Plus. Only one playstyle though, but 92 shooting, 90 dribbling. It's not a crazy promo boost on all of these cards, but they still look like decent fun cards, and I still think the card design is one of the most unique ones in the game for sure. At least one of the most unique ones we've had for a while. This one's maybe going to be the most hyped promo card of the day. James Rodriguez is now officially in the game, not just searchable on the market, but actually you can pack him, as are some of the other cards that were just added to the game, I believe. James Rodriguez in game right now is a gold card with 53 pace, but he's 81 rated. He's got 4-star skills, 3-star weak foot. He can play cam, center mid, and right mid, which actually bodes really well for future Evos and future promo cards. Really good shooting and passing and dribbling for an 81 rated gold card. He's got technical and Trivela and he's got a role plus in every single position. Playmaker, half winger, and wide playmaker plus. Now, this one is going to be juiced, going to be expensive. He's 90 rated, so he's going to be one of the top cards in the team as well. That one looks like a lot of fun to try. Imagine if they give him like 5-star skills, 4-star weak foot, at the very least 4-4. That would be really, really, really fun in my opinion there. So that's kind of the promo team leaks that we have right now. I'm sure there's going to be a lot more leaks and names of players that are upcoming, but for the stuff in packs, this is why I'm saying maybe you start saving packs right now, or you're going to open packs like me before the content drop today to try to pack a last chance at a Winter Wildcards player, which, if you guys remember last week, that's when I packed Holland. So I'm ripping all of my packs, all the player picks, all the crafting objectives that I can get today, because these cards are actually going to be in weekend league rewards guaranteed, right? And from the weekly play objective that's going to refresh today as well, the next week of that gives us a NumeroFUT player guaranteed. So these cards are going to be semi-packable, but these cards are going away. They have 2 playstyle pluses. If you get lucky, you get lucky with a big one, and that would be really hyped. Now, how can this promo actually have some good content? Well, there is a leak or multiple leaks for SBCs, and the Winter Wildcards SBCs, they were okay for budget, cheap cards that were good for the price, right? But nothing crazy that we could grind for and chase, and higher rated cards that we really felt like were a huge improvement to our teams that a lot of us at least wanted to chase. It looks to be the same way with this promo, but there's at least an interesting aspect here. Kind of reminds me of what we had with Versus Fire and Ice. We're getting a duo SBC. These are official stats and playstyles, by the way, for Pedro Neto. 2 different right wing versions of Pedro Neto, one with finesse, one with technical. The technical card has higher pace but less shooting, and the other one with finesse has higher shooting and still 92 pace. To me, looking at these stats, the finesse version of Pedro Neto looks absolutely clear, in my opinion, between these two. But this is potentially our SBC today. There are some other leaks out there, but it does kind of remind me, like last year, right around the same time after Winter Wildcards, we had the Fire and Ice promo, and I think we had the Raheem Sterling, right, where it was a dribbling and a shooting change with Power Shot Plus. The other one had Trickster with 5-star skills. The other one was 4-5. So maybe the technical version of Pedro Neto will have 5-star skills, and then the finesse one will have the 5-star weak foot, which of course, if you're like, Nate, I just did Leroy Sané. Do I need another right wing with finesse plus? Well, That looks like a pretty good card. Portuguese Premier League links, Chelsea links too. Cole Palmer, a lot of us just did, and it's still in our teams. This looks like a good SBC for the price. So we'll have to see how this drops today, what other play styles and what other boosts they give him. Because if you guys remember last year, Pedro Neto, from a meta standpoint, is very good in game. He had that Centurions Evo last year that people had hundreds of games with. I mean, he's already got good positions: right wing, right mid, striker, left wing. He's 4-star, left-footed. He's got great stats. He's got rapid and quick step already, inside forward in the right wing position. So this SBC actually has a lot of potential if they give him the right boost and if they make him pretty cheap. Now, there's some other SBCs that have been leaked too. We have a Lukaku flashback. These are not official stats. This is just a Lukaku flashback concept. He's going to be coming as an SBC at some point, maybe during the weekend, maybe during the week next week. That could be a fun one. Watch out for Serie A links. Maybe a guy like Kvaratskhelia, maybe some of the Serie A heroes potentially, and some other just Serie A cards in general, Napoli links for sure. If this is leaked to be a really good card, I'm assuming there will be official stats leaked here pretty soon. That could be at least a fun one. Of course, we have Lotta Schellin, who is still leaked as well to be an SBC. She could maybe be a part of content today, as we do have a Mane Moments SBC as well. I do not believe those are official stats, but a Sadio Mane Moments, actually, if you check the market for Cristiano Ronaldo cards, they are up in value because that's a link to this Mane. He could be a really good card too. So I'm guessing it's this Pedro Neto SBC today with 2 versions, because that in the past has been the type of SBC that EA has dropped on our promo Friday with the new promo incoming. So we'll see what that's about. And then, of course, we're talking evolutions, right? We have high expectations because we've been waiting on these Evos. The Evos that dropped a couple days ago, Quarter Century Quest, not the best, just okay. We have an Evo expiring today, right? Something should replace this. It's a promo Friday. We do have a couple of leaks. Again, we take him with a pinch of salt here from FUTAccountant. He said that there's a Evo Incoming that a 86 rated player fits into. Now, 86 would kind of be actually an improvement. Most of the Evos that we have right now are 85, like Attacking Avalanche, Winter Wingback, Century Quarter Quest. They're all 85 rated max. I think maybe the Flash Evos were 86. Yeah, they were 86, but most of the Evos that we've had recently have been 85. So this is a little bit of an improvement. We'll have to see. He said this evolution has many restrictions. That doesn't bode well. If EA is limiting who can go into this, either the upgrade is very specific and it's going to be like a solid one, or I don't exactly know. I'm really curious to see what that ends up coming out as today. If it's a paid Evo, if it's a free one, hopefully it's free and hopefully it's got a big boost. I don't have high expectations there, but you never know. EA could surprise us. So again, this promo today, it doesn't look like it's going to live up to the hype that Winter Wildcards really had, but it's going to be almost impossible for EA to try to follow out of Winter Wildcards with something crazy. I just hope this idea, since it's the first time we've ever had NumeroFUT, I hope it ends up hitting, and I hope EA do some cool stuff for this, and hopefully that includes good evolution and SBC content. So I'll be interested, but I want to see what EA is going to deliver. Now, with the expectation of the promo not being that great, that's already impacting the market, and it's going to continue to impact the market today, guys, because remember what happened last week. Winter Wildcards from Team Number 1 were seen as more hype than the cards coming out with Team 3 on last Friday's first late start to FUT Champs, and we saw last week a really big rise in the market. I remember last week in the stream, I bought Frankie de Jong for 1 million coins, sold him for 1.17 or almost 1.2 mil. What was it, like an hour or two afterwards? And now, I mean, sure, Frankie de Jong is exploding right now. He's 1.3 mil. A lot of the market, this is a testament to it, is just continuing to go up. But that makes me think that with this content not looking that high today, kind of like we were talking about yesterday, I think the market continues to go, which is why I'm holding my Rolfos, and I'm looking at other players in the market right now that I'm thinking, who's not going to be impacted by the new promo coming out today if we get a Pedro Neto SBC? Maybe you be careful with right wings, maybe some strikers, some attacking players in general, since Neto can play on all different sides of the pitch. Maybe you look at some links to that card, but in general, I think we're expecting to see a nice rise on the market today. And the market might even be rising before content as people see the lack of content hype today, but depending on the leaks that we get, of course, and depending on what else news comes out, you could see prices start to rise before we even get to the content drop. And once again, remember that FUT Champs is starting late. It is starting today after content, 1 hour after content. So technically nobody has there's no gameplay demand for cards until then. But again, I think there's going to be people going out and purchasing cards to play with before then because they're expecting a market rise. So if you see low prices early in the day today, I wouldn't be against purchasing some of those, even though we normally wait for the content drop to come out on Fridays before buying some players and before buying cards. But with the way the content's looking today, I think you actually have a decent shot of buying cards before content and seeing them rise. Just use, of course, Footbin and look at the graphs. Like this Odegaard is one that I picked up for 300 flat because I look at his graph and I'm like, wait a second, he's been around 300K this whole time. Sure, he is up. He was 280 on Tuesday, and he's only been up to like 320, but he's almost 330,000 coins. He's not an attacker. And that's a rare card that people might want to use today with the new content that's coming out. And again, he's just rare. He's out of packs. I like that. Big name player. And that's kind of what I would look for. Now, some cards like this Jolinton could go up more, but he's already 60,000 coins. How much more is a card like this going to go up when yesterday he went from 48K to 60K? That's the sort of thing you have to be careful of. Try to find something on the market that's not up a ton, but I think today is going to bring great opportunities on cards in packs, even the winter wild cards that are going out of packs. Ooh, let me take that. 402. Don't mind if I do for Di Natale. His next cheapest is 430. I will be there. Hopefully, the flashback Lukaku comes out. That'd be a nice link to him. Anyways, that's the kind of stuff you're looking for. That 400K Di Natale is a card that I know is pretty cheap. Just got lucky by searching it there and seeing a very cheap one. Same thing with the Odegaard, thinking that 300K is cheap. Just look around the market. I think today is going to be a great opportunity to be buying cards. Watch icons. I know that some icons have started to rebound back, but some of them, like this Drogba, are still pretty low. If the 500K icon pack does not refresh today, and I'm going to show you guys that pack, this is going to be something that we look for today on stream and something I want you guys to remember. Icons could be really good to trade with too, and they could have some nice rebounds if the 500K pack does not come back, because this is the pack right here, this Supreme Breakthrough Icon pack, which goes away today. This is the one that really destroyed all the icon prices. If it does not get re-released, and it's got the Winter Wild Cards design, so it might not, I think you could see some of those icons that have crashed a ton actually start to go up in value and price, and that would be a nice place to invest to and trade a little bit. Now, last thing to look into, if you're like, nah, Nate, this game looks like it's going to be super mid this weekend, and you just want to log on for content and then check out, I think you can make an investment today too. We're talking about Fodder. We're talking about Fodder. Yes, I'm saying it, a Fodder investment, because literally they can't go much lower. Now, they are up a little bit. Yesterday with rewards, these cards were down, like 86s were down at 3.8K, which is literally minimum price that we looked at in the video yesterday. Today, there should still be some store packs open. I'm not expecting a whole lot of SBC fodder movement on Fridays this year. There really hasn't been a whole lot of it, unless EA drops something surprising, like a big, it's going to have to be even like an icon pack. If they dropped an icon pack today, that would make fodder move up, but I doubt that's going to happen because those usually come out on Sundays, and that's why we'd be investing. For an icon pack or player pick to come out on Sunday, I think this is one of the best investments right now. Buying 86s to 88s, and even 89s, because of how cheap fodder is, EA might have to up the rating on the squads. Buying those cards on bid today after content is going to be free money by the time we get to Sunday. As long as we get an icon pack, you're going to make some profit on that. I think buying those fodder cards there is literally one of the best investments you can make, because it's just gotten so incredibly cheap. I mean, 88s, I can't even look at the market on these, man. 7.9K for 88 rated cards. Yesterday they were 7.2. Try to get them in the low sevens. Of course, you've seen them rise. People are investing. People are doing some SBCs here or there too. I think the Gakpo with the higher rated squad is maybe pulling up the 88s. A lot of people are doing that one, and a lot of people are maybe expecting a rise on fodder as well. But I think this is just really, really cheap. And if people start saving packs for Team of the Year, but EA are still putting out SBCs, that can make fodder go up too. So I think after content is your investing time there for those sorts of cards, as that will be when packs are open and when supply will be hitting the market. So personally, I'm ripping all my packs today before the content drop, like I mentioned, because I like what's in pack with winter wild cards more than I like what is coming into packs with NumeroFUT today. But of course, like I mentioned, we'll have opportunities to pack NumeroFUT cards from the guaranteed packs in rewards from multiple different game modes this week, which is why I'm pretty gung-ho about spending the rest of my packs on winter wildcards. Also, EA, can we please get price range updates? Like this Diaby card. Can we please get price range updates, man? So these cards can actually, live on the market and be bought and sold for prices, because especially with a card like this being 200K with 2 playstyle pluses, people want to use it, but instead right now they don't want to buy it because he's minimum price at 200K. So I hope we get price range updates today, but those often don't come on Fridays. unless we get a big surprise from EA. That could shake up the market a bit, but we'll be investing when those cards get upgraded and their prices get down really low. Anyways, I'll stop yapping. Hopefully EA do something to deliver a little bit today with NumeroFUT, an exciting SBC, evolution, something like that, or just something cool with Evo's SBCs or objectives. Surprise us, EA. We say it every Friday, but actually surprise us with our expectations being so low. I'm going to try to win this Drogba on bid, and I will see you guys in the stream today to check out all the content and see what EA could do. That link is down below in the description. If you enjoyed this one, drop a thumbs up on it, comment below if you have any questions, and subscribe if you're new. Have a great Friday, and I'll see you guys in the stream today. It's been TheFutAccountant. See you there. Peace out.